I bought my first BMW after 3 years of grinding as a software engineer at a startup in Denver. That navy blue 3 Series was not just a car. It was proof that sacrifice pays off. Every weekend I skipped with friends, every cheap meal I ate to save money, every extra freelance project I took on. All of it led to that moment when I held those keys in my hand for the first time. The smell of new leather, the purr of the engine, the way sunlight hit that glossy paint. I felt like I had finally made it. I never thought the person who would take it from me would be my own mother. Before I tell you how my family betrayed me and how my grandfather made everything right, I want to know where you are watching from. Drop your city in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe because this story gets wild. Trust me, you will want to see how this ends. Let me paint you a picture of my family. My name is Tucker, and I am in my late 20s. My mom, Sandra, is in her early 50s. She works at an accounting firm downtown, the kind of woman who believes family should share everything. No boundaries, no asking permission, just take what you need because we are blood. My little sister Kimberly just turned 23. She graduated college last spring with a marketing degree but has not landed anything solid yet. She works part-time at a trendy coffee shop, the kind that charges $7 for a latte with oat milk and a leaf design on top. Our dad passed away 5 years ago from a heart attack. It was sudden, unexpected, and it broke all of us. But it hit Mom the hardest. Since then, she has been overprotective of Kimberly, always calling her the baby, always making excuses for her. I get it. Losing Dad made Mom want to hold on tighter to what she had left. But sometimes holding on too tight means you crush what you are trying to protect. Then there is Grandpa Walter. He is my hero. Mid-70s, sharp as a tack, living in a small house about 10 miles outside the city. He is a retired veteran who served 2 tours overseas before coming home and building a life with his own 2 hands. He and Grandma Ruth built that house together back in the 80s. She passed 3 years ago, but Grandpa still keeps her garden alive, watering the roses every morning like she is still there, telling him which ones need more attention. He taught me everything about hard work, respect, and standing up for yourself. He always said, earn what you want and nobody can take it from you. I wish that were true. So about that BMW. It took me 3 years to save up for it. 3 years of working 50-hour weeks at my startup job, taking on freelance coding projects on weekends, skipping vacations, avoiding nights out with buddies. I wanted that car so badly I could taste it. Not because I needed to flex or impress anyone. I just wanted something that was mine, something I earned, something that proved to myself I was not stuck in the same place forever. When I finally had enough saved, I went to the dealership on a Saturday morning. I invited Mom and Kimberly to come with me. I wanted to share that moment with them. I remember pulling into the lot, seeing that navy blue 3 Series sitting under the lights and feeling my heart pound in my chest. The salesman walked me through everything. The engine specs, the interior features, the sound system that made my old Honda sound like a tin can. I signed the papers, handed over the check, and they gave me the keys. Mom hugged me tight and said, "I am so proud of you, honey. You worked so hard for this." Kimberly was a little quiet, but she smiled and said, "Nice ride, big brother. Maybe you can give me a ride sometime." I said, "Sure, anytime." That was 1 week ago. Last Friday, I carpooled to work with my buddy Jason. We had a big project deadline, and I figured saving gas and splitting the drive would help me focus. When I got home that evening around 7, I walked into the garage and froze. The space where my BMW should have been was empty. Just an oil stain on the concrete and a sick feeling in my gut. My first thought was that someone stole it. My hands shook as I pulled out my phone to call the cops. But then I stopped. The garage door was still locked from the inside. Nobody broke in. I ran into the house, heart pounding, and found Mom sitting on the couch watching some home renovation show. She looked up at me, calm as ever, like nothing was wrong. I said, "Mom, where is my car?" She did not even blink. She just said, "Oh, I gave it to Kimberly. She needed a car to go to job interviews. Your old Honda is still running fine, so I thought you would not mind." I stood there, staring at her, waiting for her to laugh and say she was joking. But she did not. She just turned back to the TV. I felt like the floor dropped out from under me. I said, "Mom, that is my car. I paid for it with my own money. You cannot just give it away." She sighed, annoyed like I was being dramatic. She said, "Do not be selfish, Tucker. Family helps family. Kimberly needs it more than you do right now. You have a good job you can manage. She is struggling." I tried to explain. I told her it was not about the money or the car itself. It was about respect. It was about asking me first. It was about recognizing that I worked 3 years for that. But she just shook her head and said, "I am your mother. I do not need to ask permission. Besides, it is just a car. Just a car." Those 3 words gutted me. Then Kimberly walked out of her room. She had the BMW keys in her hand, dangling them like a trophy. She smiled at me and said, "Thanks, Mom. Tucker, you understand, right? I really need this for my interviews next week." She did not even apologize. She did not even thank me. She just acted like I was supposed to be okay with it. I looked at her, then at Mom, and I realized something. In their eyes, I was not a person who deserved respect. I was just the responsible one, the one who would take it, the one who would not make a scene. The next few days were torture. I drove my old Honda Civic to work every morning. That car is from 2010, and it shows. The engine knocks like someone is hitting it with a hammer. The air conditioning died 2 summers ago, so I rolled the windows down and sweated through my shirt on the highway. Every time I turned the key, I thought about my BMW, the one I earned, the one that was supposed to be mine. I called Kimberly 4 times that weekend. She did not pick up. She just sent me a text that said, "I am busy with interviews. We can talk later." I wanted to believe her. I wanted to think that maybe she really was using my car for something important, that maybe this would all make sense eventually. But deep down, I knew better. On Monday, I tried talking to Mom again. I sat her down at the kitchen table and calmly explained how I felt. I told her I was not trying to be selfish. I told her I wanted to help Kimberly, but taking my car without asking was not the way to do it. She just stared at me with this look like I was a child throwing a tantrum. She said, "You are being immature, Tucker. This is what family does. When I was your age, I shared everything with my siblings. You need to grow up. Grow up." Like I was the problem. I felt so alone. In my own house, with my own family, I felt invisible. Nobody cared that I worked myself to the bone for that car. Nobody cared that my feelings mattered. I was just supposed to shut up and take it. Then the following Saturday, I ran into Jenna at the grocery store. Jenna is one of Kimberly's friends from college, the kind of girl who is always posting pictures on social media and tagging everyone. She saw me in the produce aisle and waved. She said, "Oh my God, Tucker, hi." Kim looks so happy with her new car. She has been driving it to the beach every day this week. She posted so many pictures on Instagram. They are gorgeous. I froze. "Beach," I said. I thought she was using it for job interviews. Jenna's face went pale. She realized she said something she should not have. She stammered, "Oh, I mean, yeah, she did go to one interview, I think. But mostly she has been showing off the car to friends. She is really enjoying it." I thanked Jenna and left the store in a daze. I sat in my Honda in the parking lot and opened Instagram. I barely use social media, so I had not checked it in weeks. I went to Kimberly's profile, and there they were. Pictures. Dozens of them. My sister posing next to my BMW at the beach. My sister sitting on the hood with sunglasses and a smoothie. My sister at some bougie cafe with the car parked in the background. The captions were all the same. "Living my best life. New ride, new vibes. Grateful for this blessing." Not a single picture of a job interview. Not a single mention of why she actually needed the car. Just her treating my hard work like a toy, like a prop for her Instagram feed. I felt my blood boil. My hands gripped the steering wheel so tight my knuckles turned white. I wanted to scream. I wanted to drive over there and take my keys back. But I did not. I waited. I waited until that night when she came home. It was almost 10 when I heard the garage door open. I was sitting in the living room with all the lights off. I heard the BMW engine purr as she pulled in. I heard her heels click on the concrete as she got out. Then I heard the rustle of shopping bags. I turned on the lamp. She jumped when she saw me. She said, "Oh my God, Tucker, you scared me. What are you doing sitting in the dark?" I stood up and walked over to her. I said, "How did the interviews go this week?" She blinked at me, confused for a second, then forced a smile. She said, "Oh, they went fine. I am waiting to hear back." I pulled out my phone and opened Instagram. I turned it toward her. I said, "Really? Because it looks like you spent the whole week at the beach and shopping." Her face went red. She stammered, I needed a break. "Job hunting is stressful, Tucker." I said, "That is my car, Kimberly. I worked 3 years to buy it. You lied to Mom and you lied to me." She started crying, but it was not the kind of crying that comes from guilt. It was the kind that comes from getting caught. She said, "Why do you always have to be so uptight? It is just a car, Tucker. Stop being so selfish." Before I could respond, Mom came running out of her room. She saw Kimberly crying and immediately put her arm around her. She glared at me and said, "Tucker, stop yelling at your sister. You are scaring her." I could not believe it. I said, "Are you serious, Mom? She lied to you. She is not using the car for interviews. She is using it to party." Mom shook her head. She said, "She is young. She deserves to have some fun. You had your fun when you were her age." I lost it. I said I worked 2 jobs when I was her age to help pay for college. I never asked you for anything. I never lied to you. And you are standing here defending her. The argument ended with me walking out the front door. I slammed it so hard the windows rattled. I got in my old Honda, started the engine, and just drove. I did not know where I was going.